The CEO immediately recognized his nephew's girlfriend of 4 years. She was the same woman he had quietly admired long ago. But because of family ties, he couldn't approach her openly. On a rainy evening, he disguised himself as a rideshare driver and waited for her so he could see her again soon as she sat in the car. She felt something wasn't right and said she might have entered the wrong vehicle. The CEO kindly told her not to worry because their destinations matched. Before she could process it, he drove her to a place where his nephew happened to be meeting someone. When the nephew stepped aside for a moment, the woman turned her head and saw him spending time with another girl. Earlier, he had declined her calls, but once he saw her at the doorway, he immediately came over, speaking quickly. He explained that the girl inside was just a family acquaintance visiting the city and asked her not to misunderstand. Seeing how easily the gentle and trusting woman accepted the explanation made the CEO silently frustrated. He drove away, and the nephew suddenly remembered his uncle had witnessed everything. He became uneasy. To separate them and win the woman's heart, the CEO made a plan. On the couple's 4th anniversary, he purposely called his nephew and asked him to return to the family home. The nephew couldn't refuse and had to cancel his date with the woman. Later, when the grandfather urged the CEO to consider marriage, the CEO intentionally mentioned that his nephew matched well with a well-known family's daughter. The nephew immediately objected, but the CEO suggested he at least meet her. The nephew didn't dare mention he was dating a girl from an ordinary background, so he denied having anyone. His mother kept pressing the topic. Once the nephew left, the CEO intentionally revealed to his sister-in-law that the nephew already had someone he cared about. As expected, the next day she went directly to talk to the woman. The woman politely apologized for not visiting the family earlier, but the mother immediately showed her a picture of the wealthy family's daughter and said their family would not accept someone who didn't match their status. The woman tried to speak calmly, hoping to gain understanding, but the mother made comments about her background that deeply hurt her. When the boyfriend arrived, he checked on his mother first and then blamed his girlfriend without listening. Feeling deeply disappointed, the woman said she already knew the truth and ended the relationship before walking away. The next day, the boyfriend appeared at her home asking for another chance. To show that the arranged marriage idea was only his family's plan, he brought her to a family event, intending to publicly introduce their relationship. He told her, "No matter what happens, I won't let go of your hand." Touched by his promise, she agreed to give him another chance. At that moment, the CEO came down the staircase. Everyone greeted him with respect as the second young master of the Liu family, newly returned from abroad. The woman finally saw him clearly. Still unaware of the deeper situation, the boyfriend confidently said that as long as his uncle approved their relationship, no one could oppose them. His mother, seeing the girl at the event, became upset and immediately pulled him aside to talk. When they left, the CEO commented that the woman deserved to be treated better. Feeling overwhelmed, she stepped out, and he quietly followed. Emotional and confused, she asked him whether he had intentionally crossed her path. When she turned to leave, he gently held her arm and admitted that he had liked her for a long time. He then showed her a conversation between her boyfriend and his mother so she could understand what was really happening. He made her a promise. If she still believed her boyfriend, he would not interfere. But if she realized the truth, he would end the arranged marriage discussions so no one could stand in her way. Meanwhile, the mother used strong emotional pressure to convince her son to let go of the relationship. At first, he insisted he only wanted to be with the woman. But after more pressure, he eventually agreed to end the relationship. Heartbroken, the woman realized that their love was not as steady as she believed. The CEO did not miss the moment. He said that although his nephew might not be the right person for her, she deserved someone who truly valued her. She replied that he wasn't perfect either. He smiled and reminded her that although he asked what she wanted, he had never promised a clear answer. Just then, the nephew approached. The CEO looked at the woman playfully and asked whether she was worried about being seen together.